2025 Social Security Name Change. Step-by-step guide and tips. Your name is more than just a label. It's the key to unlocking your identity in the eyes of the U.S. government. But what happens when life throws in a twist and your name changes? The Social Security Administration, SSA, has a clear and surprisingly straightforward process for this. But here's where it gets tricky. Not updating your Social Security card after a name change can land you in a world of bureaucratic hassle. #### The SSA's name change rule. Explained. The SSA makes one thing crystal clear. Legally changing your name, thanks to marriage, divorce, or a court order, means you must request a new Social Security card. The good news? Your Social Security number stays the same, your benefits aren't affected, and it's free. The catch? You can't just wing it, you need to follow their steps to the letter. #######. Step 1. Figure out if you can go digital. Visit the SSA's replacement page, https://www.ssa.gov, and answer a few quick questions. If you're lucky, you can finish everything online. If not, you'll need to break out the trusty SS-5 form and either visit an SSA office in person or mail in your documents. Pro tip: starting online, even if you can't finish there, saves you time in the long run. ######. Step 2. Gather your ammo, aka documents. You'll need proof of identity, passport, driver's license, no photocopies, proof of the name change, marriage certificate, divorce papers, court order, or naturalization documents. Possibly proof of citizenship if you haven't given it to them before. Divorce? They want the divorce decree and proof you're switching back to a previous name. And if it's been over 2 years, be prepared for extra scrutiny, maybe even digging up your birth certificate or an old Social Security card. #####. How long until your new card arrives? Patience, young grasshopper. After submitting everything, your shiny new card typically arrives in about 10 business days. Don't procrastinate. Updating ASAP prevents nightmares when filing taxes, applying for a driver's license, or collecting benefits. ######. Why bother? Anyway, updating your card isn't just about having a matching name on your documents. It's about avoiding future headaches. Imagine trying to open a bank account or claim benefits with a mismatched name. Yeah, not fun. #####. The SSA's digital upgrade. A game changer? The SSA has finally dragged its processes into the 21st century. Now you can kickstart name changes and other tasks online, even if you eventually need to visit an office for major updates like immigration status. Progress. #####. When should you absolutely do this? Marriage or divorce? Swapping to a new last name or reclaiming an old one? Court-ordered changes. Because I just wanted a cooler name is totally a valid reason, as long as the court agrees. Document discrepancies. If your license, passport, and SSA record are all singing different tunes. #####. The best part? It's free. The SSA doesn't charge for this. A rare governmental freebie. Need help? Call them at 1-800-772-1213 or log into your My Social Security account to streamline the process. #####. The controversy. Is the process too strict? Debate time. The SSA's insistence on original documents can feel archaic in a digital age. Should citizens be allowed to upload certified scans instead of risking their paperwork in the mail? Sound off in the comments. Do the security benefits outweigh the inconvenience? And this is the part most people miss. Even small name variations like adding a middle name might require a card update. Don't assume it's not a big deal until you try to file your taxes. Final thought: updating your Social Security card after a name change isn't just a chore. It's a proactive shield against future administrative headaches. So, go ahead and treat yourself to that new name. Your future self and the IRS will thank you. Social Security's 24/7 online portal. A game changer for beneficiaries. Imagine trying to access your Social Security information at midnight, only to be locked out. For years, that's been a frustrating reality for millions of Americans relying on the Social Security Administration, SSA's online services. But all of that is about to change in a major way. In a sweeping effort to enhance the way it serves the public, the SSA is rolling out a dramatic upgrade. Soon, beneficiaries and non-beneficiaries alike will have uninterrupted 24/7 access to the My Social Security online portal. Starting in mid-July, this open-access approach means you can handle your Social Security needs on your own schedule, whether that's early in the morning, late at night, or anywhere in between. No more counting down the minutes before Sunday system maintenance. Help and resources will now always be just a click away. But here's where it gets controversial. Is technology really enough to solve the customer service woes at Social Security? Let's dive into what's changing and why it matters. Until now, the My Social Security website, a centerpiece of the SSA's digital presence, has offered only limited hours, sometimes unexpectedly going offline during weekends or select periods. That's a major inconvenience considering how vital the portal is. Retirees rely on it for everything from downloading important benefit verification letters to managing tax documents needed for annual filings. If you ever needed to replace your Social Security card or submit paperwork remotely, you probably already know how critical reliable access can be. And it's not just for those already receiving checks. Many folks who haven't yet claimed benefits use the portal for things like getting personalized forecasts of future Social Security payouts, for themselves or even for a spouse. Applicants can track the progress of their submissions, download their official Social Security statement, or generate proof that they aren't currently receiving benefits. Even a small hiccup in online availability can set off stress and delays. This overhaul is all part of a broader movement within the SSA to modernize in the face of new challenges. Frank Bisignano, who assumed the role of SSA Commissioner earlier this year, put it bluntly, "My top priority is to transform SSA into a model of excellence, an organization that operates at peak efficiency and delivers outstanding service to every American." Bisignano emphasized that, after years of waiting for meaningful improvements, the public deserves the best, and credited SSA staff for working hard toward these ambitious goals. The timing couldn't be more critical. With the baby boomer generation retiring in record numbers, the agency has been hit by serious backlogs, ballooning wait times, and employee morale that, here's the part most people miss, has sunk so low the SSA ranked dead last among large federal agencies for staff satisfaction 3 years running. To reverse this trend, the SSA isn't stopping at online upgrades. The agency has recently modernized its phone infrastructure. Now, 70% of field offices use advanced telecommunication systems, resulting in call answer times on their main 800 number dropping by a whopping 35% versus a year ago. And if you've ever dreaded waiting on hold, there's some good news. The SSA now handles 90% of calls through self-service features or offers convenient callback options, dramatically cutting down those tedious wait times. Field office visits are also becoming more efficient. A new service model has reduced in-person wait times by 10% compared to last year. The agency hopes these changes will not only benefit the public, but also boost the morale of workers who've had to bear the brunt of resource strains and surging demand. But while these upgrades sound promising, they also spark debate. Is relying more heavily on digital tools and self-service really the best way to support vulnerable populations, such as the elderly or those without reliable internet access? What happens if the system experiences outages or privacy concerns? And with new projections warning that the Social Security Trust Fund could run dry by 2034, causing potential benefit cuts, does this technology push really address the bigger problems at hand? So, over to you. Do you believe these changes will fix the SSA's customer service challenges? Or do you see potential downsides that could leave some Americans behind? Let us know what you think. Should Social Security focus even more on high-tech solutions, or is there still a place for old-fashioned in-person help? Drop your thoughts and your own experiences in the comments below. 24/7 access to Social Security portal. Major changes explained. Imagine being able to handle your Social Security needs whenever it suits you. No more racing against the clock or rearranging your schedule because government portals are only open during business hours. Well, guess what? That's no longer a fantasy. The Social Security Administration, SSA, has officially announced that its My Social Security portal, https://www.ssa.gov/myaccount, will now be accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yes, you read that correctly. Starting in mid-July, you'll have the freedom to log in and manage your account at any time, whether it's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday or 2 a.m. on a Sunday. Sounds life-changing, doesn't it? But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about convenience. It's about giving people control over their financial planning and peace of mind. At first glance, round-the-clock access might not seem like a monumental shift, but trust me, it is. For millions of Americans who depend on Social Security benefits, whether they're retirees, disabled individuals, or those planning for the future, this change removes a significant barrier. No longer will users have to squeeze their tasks into limited windows of availability. Need to check your benefit payments? Want to update your mailing address or set up direct deposit? Or perhaps you're curious about estimating your future benefits. All of these actions can now be completed on your own timetable, without worrying about government office hours. This newfound flexibility could make a world of difference for busy families, working professionals, or anyone juggling multiple responsibilities. To truly appreciate this development, let's take a step back and consider how frustrating the old system used to be. Picture this. You finish a long day at work, sit down to update your Social Security information, and, oh no, the portal is closed. If you had a packed schedule, finding time during business hours felt nearly impossible. And as the baby boomer generation continues to reach retirement age, the demand for seamless online services has skyrocketed. Clearly, the SSA recognized this growing need and decided to act. As SSA Commissioner Frank Bisignano put it, the American people have waited long enough for better service, and they deserve the absolute best from their government. With this move toward 24/7 accessibility, the SSA is taking a meaningful step toward meeting those expectations. So, what exactly can you accomplish with the revamped My Social Security portal? Let's break it down. Whether you're actively receiving benefits or simply preparing for the future, this platform offers a wide range of tools designed to simplify your life. Here's a quick rundown of what you can do. Replace a lost Social Security card digitally, saving yourself a trip to a physical office. Upload necessary documents or forms directly through the portal. Update personal details such as your address or contact information. Manage or establish direct deposit for your benefit payments. Access tax-related documents whenever you need them. Print benefit verification letters for loans, housing applications, or other purposes. Track the progress of an ongoing application or appeal. Get detailed estimates of your projected Social Security benefits. Even if you're years away from retirement, creating an account today allows you to monitor your earnings record and plan ahead. Think of it as giving yourself a head start on securing your financial future. And the best part? You won't have to endure endless hold times or stand in line at a field office. Everything you need is right at your fingertips. But why does this change matter so much? For one thing, the SSA has been under immense pressure in recent years. Long wait times, overcrowded offices, and overwhelmed staff have become common complaints. In fact, employee satisfaction within the SSA has ranked among the lowest of all large federal agencies for the past 3 years. By making its online services more robust and accessible, the SSA hopes to alleviate some of this strain, not just for the public, but for its workforce as well. More self-service options mean fewer people clogging phone lines or waiting in person, which benefits everyone involved. And this is the part most people miss. The timing couldn't be better. With many SSA offices closing, https://eladelantado.com/news/ssa-security-offices-closing, and major updates happening across the Social Security landscape this year. Improving digital services fills a critical gap. It ensures that beneficiaries still receive the support they need, even when traditional avenues are less accessible. Essentially, the SSA is adapting to modern realities, and that's something we should applaud. Looking ahead, this 24/7 portal is just the beginning. Commissioner Bisignano is spearheading a broader initiative to revamp how the SSA interacts with the public. His vision centers around creating a faster, more user-friendly system tailored to real-life needs. Already, there are signs of progress. Approximately 70% of field offices now boast upgraded phone systems. Wait times for the SSA's toll-free 800 number have dropped by 35% compared to last year. A staggering 90% of calls are now resolved either through self-service features or scheduled callbacks. These improvements signal a brighter future for anyone relying on Social Security in the U.S. Whether you're currently receiving benefits or just starting to think about retirement, the process is becoming smoother, smarter, and far less stressful. Of course, questions remain. Is the SSA doing enough to modernize its operations fully? Could further innovations like mobile apps or AI-driven chatbots enhance the experience even more? What challenges might arise as more users flock to the portal? These are important discussions worth having. So, tell us, do you think the SSA is finally heading in the right direction? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.